Hey, true blue, don't say you've gone. Say you've knocked off for a smoko, and you'll be back later on. Hey, true blue, hey, true blue, give it to me straight, face to face. Are you really disappearing? Just another dying race. Hey, true blue, true blue, is it me and you? Is it mom and dad? Is it a cockatoo? Is it standing by your mate when he's in a fight? Or just Vegemite? True blue, I'm asking you. Hey, true blue, can you bear the load? Will you tie it up with wire just to keep the show on the road? Hey, true blue, hey, true blue, now be fair dinkum, is your heart still there? If they sell us out like sponge cake, do you really care? Hey, true blue, true blue, is it me and you? Is it mom and dad? Is it a cockatoo? Is it standing by your mate when she's in a fight? Or just Vegemite? True blue, I'm asking you. Is it me and you? Is it mom and dad? Is it a cockatoo? Is it standing by your mate when he's in a fight? Or just Vegemite? True blue, hey, true blue, don't say you've gone. Say you've knocked off for a smoko, and you'll be back later on. Hey, true blue, hey, true blue, give it to me straight, face to face. Are you really disappearing? Just another dying race. Hey, true blue, true blue, is it me and you? Is it mom and dad? Is it a cockatoo? Is it standing by your mate when he's in a fight? Or just Vegemite? True blue, I'm asking you. Hey, true blue, can you bear the load? Will you tie it up with wire just to keep the show on the road? Hey, true blue. Hey, true blue. Now be fair dinkum. Is your heart still there? If they sell us out like sponge cake, do you really care? Hey, true blue. True blue. Is it me and you? Is it mom and dad? Is it a cockatoo? Is it standing by your mate when she's in a fight? Or just Vegemite?
I wish that heaven had visiting hours, so I could just show up and bring the news that she's getting older. And I wish that you met her, the things that you learned from me, I got them all from you. Can I just stay a while and we'll put all the world to rights? The little ones will grow and I'll still drink your favorite wine. And soon they're going to close, but I'll see you another day. So much has changed since you've been away. I wish that heaven had visiting hours, so I could just swing by and ask your advice. What would you do in my situation? I haven't a clue how I'd even raise them. What would you do? 'Cause you always do what's right. And we just talk a while until my worries disappear. I tell you that I'm scared of turning out a failure. You'd say, remember that the answer's in the love that we create. So much has changed since you've been that heaven had visiting hours, and I would ask them if I could take you home. But I know what they'd say, that it's for the best. So I will live life the way you taught me and make it on my own. And I will close the door, but I will open up my since you've been away.
So we welcome all those watching on live streaming. Know that we hold you in our hearts and we're thinking of you today. My name is Maureen and I'm honoured to be your celebrant. Before this celebration of life and love begins, there are family members and loved ones unable to be present, and we would like to invite them to join in on this beautiful ceremony, and they will all be represented by the lighting of the candle. I now invite Charlie, who is Barbara's youngest granddaughter, to please come over and light the candle. This candle also represents the legacy that Barbara has gifted us. Her daughters, Cherie, Glenda and Diane, her son Garth and his partner in crime Will, and her grandchildren, her great-grandchildren, and her great-great-grandchildren. The light from this candle is a beacon that will guide and protect us. When it is shared, the light never diminishes and always warms us with love. Today we gather as one, to pay tribute, to honour, to shed some tears, to smile, to remember, as we celebrate the life of a very much loved, caring, selfless, determined, honest, hard-working, strong-willed, devoted, fiercely protective mum and lovable lady who has now been very sadly lost to us. And the very special lady I speak of is Barbara Enid Hayes, warmly known as Mum, Barb, Nan and Auntie Barbara, depending on where she sits in your heart. When hearing about the passing of an elderly loved one, and Barbara was the very grand age of 91 years young, we sometimes hear comments like, oh well, she had a long life, or those cliches, we all have to go sometime. You know, whilst those comments may literally be true, they do not show an understanding of loss experienced by us. For the longer people we really care about, who are a part of our lives, the more we can feel their absence and miss them when they are gone. I believe, and I am sure that you will all agree, the most important thing and Barb's greatest achievement in her lifetime was her family. For she breathed life, love and heart and soul into her family. Barb, Nan and Mum knew more than anything that love and kindness make good people. Barbara's life was a lesson in loyalty, love and kindness. From very humble beginnings, Barb went on to lead a full and happy life. She was always willing to help and support those around her. Barb never complained. She was forever putting the needs of others before her own, and she did this willingly with a very happy heart. Barb was also a lady who just enjoyed the simple pleasures that life offered, and here are some examples. Gardening. Barb loved to garden. The sense of all her favourite plants made her heart sing. She was creative, for she could knit and was a wonderful home cook and baker. Barb always looked her best. She was a lady tastefully turned out, lipstick on, fingernails painted, her hair done, and she certainly had an understated fine elegance. In her younger years, Barb was a ballroom dancer. She loved to dance and she could certainly cut a rug. Barb was a staunch Rabbitohs fan, and we're very happy that they have made it to the final, so we thank Barb for her divine intervention. She was also a pet lover, and we make special mention of Agro, the family galah, and all of her little dogs that she so cherished. Barb enjoyed the odd tipple of beer or Riesling and lemonade. She loved her puzzles. Barb was very house proud. Everything was always neat and tidy, where there was a place for everything and everything had its place. Barb had the most beautiful smile, and she had a very memorable and distinctive sneeze. In fact, when she sneezed, it wasn't just once, twice or 3 times, but at least 20 times all in a row. And this is what she was known for, along with her positive and cheerful nature. The love of Barbara's life was her husband Ron. They were best friends and together for 40 years. Barb missed him very dearly when he passed in 1997, and they will be reunited here today. Barbara was the matriarch of her family. She was the rock that the family turned to, and we appreciate all the roles that she undertook in her lifetime. So let us remember Barb, Nan, Nana and Mum here today, with our hearts filled with love and gratitude as we pay tribute to a beautiful, kind, loving and gentle soul. And as we celebrate a life very much loved and a life well lived. And now we come to the heart of the service as we're going to hear some words written from Garth. And Garth, with your permission, I will read them out. Thank you. Good morning. Can I thank you all for attending to celebrate my mother's life this morning? My mother, Mum, the woman my closest mates called Mum, because she had a natural personality to want to give, whether it be 50 cents to buy something from the corner shop or making an extra plate at dinner, to a blanket and pillow on the lounge for them. They all loved her. My mates. She won their hearts with her kindness, and she never judged them, and they loved that. From when I was a child up to a 50-year-old man, my whole life, my mum was the best cook. She could turn anything into something great. And if anyone here has tried her spring rolls, well then you know what I mean. Mum and Dad were married 40 years, and Dad passed in 1997, and that crushed Mum. But she led by example, and as heartbroken she was, life had to keep moving. But she would never go out with another man, ever. Their love for each other was so strong, and her devotion and loyalty to my dad was how Mum showed us, our younger family members, really what true love was. So Mum, you were the most amazing mum. You were a protector, a healer, and a caring mum that loved her grandchildren. Mum, Charlie loves you so much. Sorry we missed out on these final years. It was out of my control. But there wasn't a day we didn't talk about you and wonder how you were. Charlie and myself love you so much, Mum. Well, you get to go and be with Dad now, and he'll be waiting for you. So, Mum, please tell Dad all about his granddaughter and how much she loves him and how amazing Charlie is. And he would be so proud of her and would have spoiled her rotten every day. Well, Mum, it's hard to let go, but on your journey, know this. I love you, and I'm so proud to call you Mum. And thank you for being the mum you were. I'm going to miss you, but I will never, ever stop loving you because you were my mum, super mum. I love you, Mum. Garth. Thanks, Garth. That was beautiful. And I now share on behalf of Matthew. Dear Nana Magpie, I thought since you were my first pen pal, I would write one final letter to you. I woke the other day to the bittersweet call that you were finally at peace and reunited with Pop and Agro. Agro is probably already telling you that Pop is in the fridge again. Once you have caught up on the last 24 years, make sure you say hello to the old boy for me. It's okay, Pop. Nana was only joking about going to the hospital to check out the hot young male nurses. To say you will be missed doesn't cut it. But I know I'll always have the memories, especially the time I ran away to your house on the Central Coast to try to avoid moving to Queensland. Not that it helped. I know all I have to do is put on a John Williamson or Garth Brooks song and the memories of you and Pop come rushing back, so you will never be forgotten. So rest in peace, Nana. Love always, Matthew. And Matthew is Nan's great-grandson. And I now share a special poem, and this is on behalf of all the grandchildren and the great-grandchildren. It is called A Poem for Nan by Sarah Vine. To my dearest darling Nan, up in heaven high above, I know today you will be with us all, sending all your love. Today we remember you as we say our last goodbye. We celebrate the life you had, and perhaps we'll have a cry. You will never be forgotten, Nan. I will just close my eyes and see your smiling face and feel your love, and you will be close to me. You have had such a long life, and so many have had much less. It was your time the angels came and placed you with the best. So dearest Nan, up above, although you are no longer here, in my heart is where I will keep you. Forever you will be here. So we've all heard some heartfelt words describing and honouring Barbara and Nan. And now we have the opportunity for all here to place a gum leaf with Nan. And it's a beautiful Aboriginal tradition. And you get a gum leaf and you wipe it across your forehead, or you scoop up one of your tears, and then you leave it with Nan and Mum. And it symbolises that a part of you will forever always remain with Barbara, Nan and Mum. And we're going to listen to Supermarket Flowers by Ed Sheeran.
I took the supermarket flowers from the windowsill. I threw the day-old tea from the cup. Packed up the photo album Matthew had made, memories of a life that's been loved. Took the Garrett Wilson cars and stuffed animals, poured the old ginger beer down the sink. Dad always told me, don't you cry when you're down, but Mum, there's a tear every time that I blink. Oh, I'm in pieces, it's tearing me up, but I know a heart that's broke is a heart that's been loved. So I'll sing hallelujah. You were an angel in the shape of my mom. When I fell down, you'd be there holding me up. Spread your wings as you go. When God takes you back, He'll say hallelujah, you're home. I fluffed the pillows, made the bed, stacked the chairs up, folded your nightgowns neatly.
And now I would like to share another poem that Garth picked out for his beautiful mum. And you may like to close your eyes and just imagine that Mum, Barbara, Nan and Nana is speaking to you, and it's called Memories of the Heart. So feel no guilt in laughter. Barb knows how much you care. Feel no sorrow in a smile that Mum's not here to share. You cannot grieve forever, and Nan would not want you to, she'd hope that you would carry on the way you always do. So talk about the good times and the ways you showed you cared, the days you spent together, and all the happiness you shared. Let the memories surround you, and a word someone may say will suddenly recapture a time, an hour, a day that brings Barbara back as clearly as though she was still here, and fills you with the feelings that she is always near. For if you keep those memories, you will never be apart. And Nan and Mum and Barb and Nana will live forever, locked safe within your heart. Now, Garth would like to thank everyone and those watching from home for taking time out of your day to share in this celebration of an absolutely beautiful life. Please know that everyone's help towards Barbara, all your concern and love added to the quality of her life, and it was and is greatly appreciated. There is comfort and warmth to be gained in sharing in the Lord's Prayer. And for those of you who would like to do so, please join me now. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For the kingdom, the power, and the glory are yours, now and forever. Amen. And now the time has come for us to say thank you, farewell, and goodbye to Barb, Nan, and Mum. So Barb, you closed your eyes and were taken to a beautiful place and left us to try to understand. Others are taken, this we know, but you were ours, and we loved you so. You'll be in our thoughts every day. In our hearts you'll always stay. A silent prayer and a tear too. We will always love you and miss you. Go with our love, in time we'll understand. Go with our blessings and return into Ron's loving, tender, gentle hands. Can I now ask all loved ones to please be upstanding? Tenderly and reverently, we release Barbara, Nan, and Mum's earthly body and gentle soul to be returned to Mother Earth. We thank you, Barb, for being a part of our lives. We thank you for your loyalty. We thank you for leading by example. We thank you for always putting your family first. But more than anything, we thank you, Barb, Mum, and Nan, for being you. Your warmth and your many good deeds never went unnoticed and will always live on. Your spirit is now free, and you are now freed from the challenges of earthly living, and all your earthly duties are now complete. It's a time for you to leave us without worry and with no regrets. Please know that your love has made all of us better people. You have our permission and blessing to go. And we find great comfort knowing that you are meeting up with all your loved ones who have gone before you and will very soon be resting peacefully with Ron. Wishing you, Barbara, love and happiness. Rest now in gentle peace.
Sometimes late at night I lie awake and watch her sleeping. She's lost in peaceful dreams, so I turn out the lights and lay there in the dark. And the thought crosses my mind, if I never wake up in the morning, would she ever doubt the way I feel about her in my heart? If tomorrow never comes, will she know how much I loved her? Did I try in every way to show her every day that she's my only one? And if my time on earth were through, then she must face this world without me. Is the love I gave her in the past gonna be enough to last if tomorrow never comes? 'Cause I've lost loved ones in my life who never knew how much I loved them. Now I live with the regret that my true feelings for them never were revealed. So I made a promise to myself to say each day how much she means to me, and avoid that circumstance where there's no second chance to tell her how I feel. 'Cause if tomorrow never comes, will she know how much I loved her? Did I try in every way to show her every day that she's my only one? And if my time on earth were through, then she must face this world without me. Is the love I gave her in the past gonna be enough to last if tomorrow never comes? So tell that someone that you love just what you're thinking of if tomorrow never comes. Sometimes late at night, I lie awake and watch her sleeping.
Well, that concludes our service for beautiful Barbara here today. And let us remember, goodbyes are not forever. Goodbyes are not the end. They simply mean we will miss you until we meet again. So thank you, everyone. Please go in peace, stay safe, and stay well. Yes.
Sometimes late at night, I lie awake and watch her sleeping. She's lost in peaceful dreams, so I turn out the lights and lay there in the dark. And the thought crosses my mind, if I never wake up in the morning, would she ever doubt the way I feel about her in my heart? If tomorrow never comes, will she know how much I loved her? Did I try in every way to show her every day that she's my only one? And if my time on earth were through, and she must face this world without me, is the love I gave her in the past gonna be enough to last if tomorrow never comes? 'Cause I've lost loved ones in my life who never knew how much I loved them. Now I live with the regret that my true feelings for them never were revealed. So I made a promise to myself to say each day how much she means to me, and avoid that circumstance where there's no second chance to tell her how I feel. 'Cause if tomorrow never comes, will she know how much I loved her? Did I try in every way to show her every day that she's my only one? And if my time on earth were through, she must face this world without me, is the love I gave her in the past gonna be enough to last if tomorrow never comes? So tell that someone that you love just what you're thinking of if tomorrow never comes.